Perhaps he is right. It makes no difference.
Excuse me, but I'd hate to see your daughter's talents go to waste. All I can say is she impressed me, and I'm a hard man to impress, Dr. Penn.
Well, I am not impressed. I've other plans for you. Karen!
Karen, a moment if you don't mind.
You gonna bite my head off too?
Calm down. I was impressed with your performance today.
You really mean it?
I'm going to recommend you as a combat pilot for the expedition.
Oh, thank you.
Just a minute. Don't you think you're overstepping your authority a little bit?
I'm sorry, Harry, but your daughter is old enough to make up her own mind. You can't hold on to them forever, my friend. Besides, if this mission should meet a hostile reception on Tyrol, we're going to need every able-bodied pilot we can lay our hands on.
Rick Hunter finds his time filled with preparations for two radically different but equally important events. The launch of the Expeditionary Force and his wedding to Lisa Hayes.
I hope Max is in. I want to hear how those pilot exams went. Uh-oh. Hi, Miria. Is Max around?
Well, speak of the devil. Come in here, mister. There's something you ought to see. Well, what do you think?
Pardon me, but isn't it bad luck to see your fiancée in her wedding dress before the wedding?
Rick, you don't believe that superstition. Besides, I'm not in my dress. I'm standing behind it.
Oh.
Show some respect, mister.
Oh.
Tension.
Sorry about that.
Impending marriage is no excuse for relaxing discipline.
Hi.
I beg your pardon, General. Aren't you exceeding your authority?
I can't help myself, ma'am. So take away my stripes, throw me in the brig, but please, not until the honeymoon's over.
We'll consider it.
Sometimes I can't tell whether it's a marriage or a court-martial.
Tesla, you are my master scientist. Tell me what you know. Is this moon as worthless as it seems?
I have yet to find any trace of the flower of life, and most of the population is too old and sickly to serve as slave labor. I'm afraid there is very little use to us here.
Perhaps it will simply take more digging before we are able to find it. Come, Tesla, there is something I wish to discuss with you.
Yes, my lord.
Just because the Regis is somewhat more highly evolved than I am, she treats me as though I just crawled out of the swamp. I fear she'll try to undermine my authority. That's why this mission must succeed.
I understand.
I'm placing you in charge of the search for the flower of life. You're the only one that I trust, Tesla. The inorganics will be your eyes and ears. Use them to uncover the secrets of this place.
If this world holds any clue as to the whereabouts of the flower of life, I swear I will find it, my lord.
See that you do. Bring me what I seek, Tesla, and I will make you master of your own planet. Fail, and I will leave you to rot on this ball of dust for all eternity.
The time has come to strike a decisive blow against the Tiresians.
Precisely. That's why I had you program the living computer to coordinate an all-out assault on their capital. I'll bring them to their knees and force them to tell me where they've hidden the flower of life.
The computer has formulated the plan of attack. Leave everything to me. However, if I may make a suggestion, my lord, we might be more likely to find what we seek by discovering the whereabouts of the thief who stole it from us. Find the flagship of the Robotech Master Zor, and we will find the flower of life.
You really expect me to go searching for a ship that could be halfway across the universe?
I have estimated that such a journey would drain considerably less energy from your reserves than this assault on the planet below, my lord.
That may be, but nevertheless we will proceed with the attack. I have already ordered our transports and gunships to abandon their positions in the outlying sectors and mobilize over the Tiresian capital. If I am to be frustrated by this pathetic little planet, then my revenge will be swift and terrible.
Rick, here's the progress report from Max. He says he selected nearly 70% of the troops we'll need for the expedition. If it keeps going this well, he should be finished by tomorrow morning.
Good. It sounds like everything's moving along right on schedule. Looks to me like our problems are pretty much behind us.
Except for Colonel Edwards. I'm afraid he might end up being a problem.
But Edwards has been with us since we began.
The man kind of plays his own game. His ambition seems to be more important to him than the mission.
You have some evidence to support this?
Nothing concrete. I just don't trust him. There's something about him that ain't right.
Well, Vince, it's too late for him to do much damage to us now.
I'm not so sure. If something does happen, just remember I warned you.
I'm concerned about you. If I didn't know you better, I'd suspect you were bucking for a promotion. But if that ever happened, you'd be miserable. Huh? You wouldn't have time to worry about my problems.
From this star chart, and assuming that the value of n remains constant, extrapolate the following.
The best course from x to y. Let me see. If you multiply the vector by the hyperspace factor and divide by... Wait, I don't remember what my vector's supposed to be.
B. You have chosen B. That is incorrect.
Hey, stop putting words in my mouth. Yeah, come in. It's open.
I assume you're Jack Baker.
That's right.
With the Major General's compliments. It's to the wedding tomorrow. Everyone on board's invited.
Cadet Baker, shall we continue the exam now? Cadet Baker, by thermosensors detect your presence in the room. Please respond.
I got an invite to the General's wedding. Huh? Sorry for the rough treatment. Hope to see you soon aboard the SDF-3.
It would seem your prospects are good, Cadet Baker. Nonetheless, you are going to have to finish this exam.
Say, Rick, I don't mean to pry, but is anything the matter? People are saying you've been acting kind of moody the last couple of days.
Matter? What could be the matter?
Well, you got an excuse. It is the day before your wedding, after all.
This won't hurt a bit.
I'm just a little tired, that's all. It's exhausting having to supervise everything.
All right, next.
If nobody's ever been to the Phantoma system before, how do they know what to immunize us against? One of my many questions. You're right, Max. Something is the matter. But it's not the wedding.
What then?
Or should I say it's not just the wedding. Every day I'm reminded of the enormity and importance of this expedition. Maybe it's too much for one man to be responsible for.
Now don't start about how you're the youngest general in the history of the RDF, and about how you don't deserve it. You may be the youngest, but you also happen to be one of the best.
The best and the brightest. That's me all over, isn't it, Max?
Excuse me.
Colonel Edwards, what the...
General, it's come to my attention that you've expressed serious doubts as to my abilities as commander of the ground forces on this mission. I had hoped you'd come to me with any doubts you might have had, instead of discussing them with everyone else on board.
Colonel, calm down. Nobody's questioning your personal abilities. I'm surprised you'd let rumors like that upset you.
I'm sorry, but when I hear people questioning my competence and even my loyalty, I can't help but be a little upset.
For what it's worth, I have complete faith in you, Colonel Edwards.
Well, then, as long as that's understood, I do the best I can with the meager resources left to me, and I don't appreciate all this talking behind my back. Good day, sir.
There, you see what I mean, Max? A couple of weeks ago, that paranoid schmo wouldn't have dreamed of talking to me in that tone of voice. But now look at me. I'm Rick Hunter, everyone's doormat.
Enough self-pity. You've got the command you've always wanted, and you're about to get married. We should all have such problems. Come on, snap out of it.
I wish I could, Max. I wish I could.
Oh, Rick, it's all so hopeless. How long did we think we could go on